She's been a duchess, a Hollywood star, and a Netflix sensation. But there's one thing you've never seen Meghan Markle do: openly criticize iconic musicians. How could someone so poised and graceful harbor disdain for some of the biggest names in music? Stick around as we uncover the 7 artists Meghan Markle can't stand, and the reasons might surprise you. Before we move on, I would like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1. Kanye West. Kanye West has spent his career thriving on unpredictability, but what happens when that chaos meets someone like Meghan Markle, who is known for her carefully managed public persona? The two couldn't present more opposite faces to the world. One, a creative hurricane who says exactly what's on his mind. The other, a former actress turned duchess committed to playing things close to the chest. That difference alone hints at why Kanye might rub Meghan entirely the wrong way. Kanye's history of polarizing behavior might be hard to ignore, from storming Taylor Swift's big moment at the VMAs to years of incendiary tweets that left even his most loyal fans divided. He commands attention like few others. But there's more. His controversial comments about race, power, and his public embrace of figures like Donald Trump could conflict with Meghan's advocacy for inclusion and equality. To some, these actions are bold. To Meghan, they might feel deeply misaligned with her values. For Meghan, Kanye could represent more than chaos. Perhaps he embodies the kind of instability she's spent years trying to avoid, and the next name might be even more unexpected. Number 2. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift might seem like an unlikely name to make Meghan Markle's hate list. After all, on the surface, they both project carefully crafted images. Taylor, the all-American sweetheart with record-breaking success, and Meghan, the poised public figure advocating for global issues. But dig a little deeper, and the tension begins to make sense. Taylor is no stranger to public feuds, and her highly publicized disputes with figures like Kanye West, Katy Perry, and Scooter Braun have repeatedly drawn headlines. What's notable is how she responds. Through lyrics, social media, or carefully worded interviews, Taylor ensures her side of the story gets told. To Meghan, whose public approach is rooted in royal influence diplomacy, this direct and sometimes dramatic style might feel abrasive or even undignified. Then there's Taylor's influence. She's one of the most powerful women in entertainment, with a global fan base so dedicated they've disrupted servers just for concert tickets. For someone like Meghan, who's worked to carve out her own post-royal cultural space, Taylor's dominance might feel overshadowing, and the next musician takes contrast to a completely raw, unfiltered level. Number 3. Eminem. Eminem has built his career on being unapologetically raw, unfiltered, and, at times, outright provocative. His often controversial lyrics and no-holds-barred approach to calling out public figures in his music have cemented his reputation as a provocateur. But for Meghan Markle, who has meticulously crafted an image of grace and restraint, Eminem's style might feel like the exact opposite of what she values, not to mention potentially threatening. Eminem is no stranger to using music as a platform for brutal honesty, and his targets are often high-profile figures, politicians, celebrities, and even members of the media. Songs like The Real Slim Shady and Without Me saw him mocking public personas, twisting personal details into biting verses that commanded attention. For someone like Meghan, who is laser-focused on maintaining a controlled narrative surrounding her public life, Eminem's style might feel too unpredictable and, frankly, invasive. It's easy to imagine that Meghan perceives Eminem's brazen provocations not just as disrespectful, but as a type of behavior that clashes entirely with her values. And the next name takes things in a polarizing global direction. Number 4. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's rise from a small-town kid with a YouTube channel to an international superstar is undeniably impressive, but his journey hasn't been without its turbulence. For Meghan Markle, who has worked tirelessly to maintain a refined and scandal-free public image, Bieber's past might stand out as a glaring example of fame gone rogue, the kind of pitfalls she seems dedicated to avoiding. At just 20 years old, Bieber was arrested for a DUI in 2014, and that same year he faced vandalism charges for egging a neighbor's house. These incidents were just a few in a string of controversies that included public outbursts, erratic behavior, and a reputation for immaturity during his early fame. While Bieber has worked to rebuild his image today, those chaotic years remain a defining chapter of his story. For Meghan, those headlines could be more than red flags. They might serve as reminders of the intense scrutiny public figures face and the risks of letting fame overpower discipline. Bieber's past may embody exactly what Meghan has tried to shield herself from, and up next is an artist who's redefined cultural reinvention for decades. Number 5. Madonna. Madonna has spent decades pushing boundaries, earning her title as the Queen of Reinvention, and plenty of controversy along the way. With her fearless approach to self-expression, she's challenged societal norms in ways that have inspired, shocked, and divided audiences all over the world. But for someone like Meghan Markle, whose public image leans heavily on poise and control, Madonna's boldness may represent a brand of rebellion that feels too chaotic or even unsettling. Take her iconic Like a Prayer music video, where religious imagery intertwined with themes of sexuality sparked boycotts and mass outrage. Or the Blonde Ambition tour, infamous for its provocative performances that tested the boundaries of conventional morality. These moments cemented Madonna as a pioneer, but they also underscored her willingness to embrace controversy, something Meghan, often scrutinized for her composure, might see as unnecessarily inviting criticism. Madonna's career also highlights the unique challenges women face in balancing power and public perception. Meghan may view her provocations as reminders of those battles, but with a tone that feels far too brazen for her conservative ideals. The next artist, their rebellion takes a much more political turn. Number 6, Kid Rock. Kid Rock has made a career out of embracing rebellion, controversy, and unapologetic self-expression. From his southern rock swagger to his politically charged statements, his image is rooted in defiance. But for someone like Meghan Markle, who prioritizes diplomacy and unity in her public persona, Kid Rock's brash style might be more than just unappealing. It could feel outright abrasive. His outspoken support for conservative causes and figures, including his vocal alignment with certain political ideologies, has often placed him at the center of public debates. Kid Rock's critics point to moments where his comments sparked outrage, such as when he used his platform to take public jabs at popular figures or criticize societal movements. For Meghan, an advocate for inclusivity and social progress, these actions could signal a fundamental clash in values. Where she fosters connection, Kid Rock stirs division. To Meghan, Kid Rock might symbolize everything she works to avoid, controversy for controversy's sake. And yet, the next artist on this list trades political friction for something darker, an image built on shock and provocation. Number 7, Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson's gothic persona has always been steeped in controversy. From his theatrical dark performances to his use of shocking imagery, he's designed his career to provoke audiences and challenge conventional norms. For Meghan Markle, someone who carefully curates an image of diplomacy and social advocacy, Manson's unapologetic embrace of chaos and provocation might feel distinctly at odds with her values. His most infamous moments include onstage performances featuring religious iconography twisted into unsettling visuals, and songs layered with themes of rebellion and violence. Critics have long debated whether his provocative style is an art form or a deliberate attempt to spark outrage. But it's not just his performances that Meghan might find troubling. In recent years, Manson faced serious allegations of abuse and misconduct, leading to public backlash, legal battles, and professional fallout. These accusations cast a shadow over his legacy, making him a symbol of the very behavior Meghan has spoken against through her advocacy for accountability and progress. For Meghan, Manson's boundary-pushing persona likely represents more than controversy. It's a stark reminder of what she works to leave behind. Meghan Markle's reported dislike of these 7 music legends might say more about her than it does about them. Each name on this list reflects a potential clash between their public personas and the image Meghan has built, one of control, diplomacy, and advocacy for social progress. But behind this curated exterior, these preferences hint at her deeper values and the boundaries she's worked to establish in her life. It raises a compelling question. How do personal opinions like these shape the public image of someone so in the spotlight? More importantly, what do they tell us about the legacy Meghan is determined to create?